Hello, welcome back. Okay, so this is part 2 of the other video that if you watched them in order, you just saw it. The way that I know that you should watch them in order is, what do you think the tip would be that the other one was the first one, other than the title? Let's think. My clothes. I'm wearing the same dress. So, that's funny. I just thought about that. Y'all don't ever know if I have on a dress or a shirt. That's pretty amazing. If I did YouTube full time, I would never have to wear anything but a shirt. I see why people do this. Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. On the last video, I told y'all I was going to tell you something to do in the comments that we would build on. So we know that the topic that we are discussing for these videos is finance. I really just stopped and started cleaning off the desk. I'm telling y'all, I think I'm getting more comfortable with you. But still not comfortable talking and doing my makeup because my brushes are literally right here and y'all see me doing this. What am I looking for? I can't. So our topic is finance. We already know that. So on my previous video, we talked about, where's my brush cleaner? We talked about some of the things that parents can do, some of the things that our youth can do in the area of finance. And finance is such a broad topic. It goes into other things. And so we touched on a couple of things in there. So I'll let you all know some of the things that I have done. Let you know a little bit about my mama as it relates to my financial decisions and the things that I have learned and what I am looking for now. I know I said my brushes are right here. I'm not that crazy yet. I want to use my Crayon case blending brush. Yeah, my medium blending brush. And I got a new palette that I have been using. I really like it. It is the Raw Sauce palette. The reason why I like this one, you guys, is because, I love all of them. Don't come for me. The reason why I like this one is because I can carry it in my purse with me. So I could carry it with me. And so I'm able to use it more. So if I'm out in public and, I just run out like this, like I could still carry. I like to carry everything. So I have sets everywhere. And if you've caught any of the lives, then you see that we have boxes and boxes of Crayon case products and a lot of MAC products. So I had MAC before I moved into Crayon case for you guys. So that's the reason why I like this palette. Now that I have it open, though, I do want to see something. So please hold on. So you guys always see me use the matte book, which I absolutely love. But I want to see if these colors, some of these colors are in here. This one has the Raw Sauce has a lot more shimmer. That's what it is. So these colors are kind of similar. And I keep my plastic on. So hold on, y'all. I like that they don't have a lot of fallout. But let me see if I can hold it up for you. So if you can see, the colors are very similar to the ones in the matte book, but of course that fell all the way down. Let me close this. But the difference in the colors, y'all, I hope I remember to pick that up because I like to take care of my stuff, honey. I'm the kid that I still had my Cabbage Patches in the box from when I got them when I was a kid until they burned up like Chucky in the fire. I tell you. So I think these are the same with the difference that these have names on the colors and these have more shimmer. But I like this. I've been practicing. Y'all already stop coming for me. Y'all know about my allergies. You should be feeling sorry for me. When I'm out, I could still carry Crayon case with me because I was carrying the backpack for a little while, but it's been like 100 degrees out here. I don't want to leave that in my car, and I definitely can't carry it in my purse. And I have back problems, so I cannot be carrying a backpack, my regular purse, and all this stuff. Anyway, long story short, let's keep it moving. Why do people say long story short after they tell a long story? Another topic, we'll get to that. So let's see. I want to try, I know I always use earth tones. Let's see if I can figure out how to, nope, I'm doing a brown smoky eye because I'm trying to practice technique, y'all, and y'all make me nervous. Y'all make me nervous because I be like, oh, I know somebody coming for me the way my makeup look. And I'm about to invest into a camera because I'm using my phone right now, which is dope. It's a Galaxy. It's dope as heck. But I want this color to be better. I want it to be like the girls I see on TV, but they say, or on YouTube, but they say they have boxes, and I'll be over here sweating. Okay, so the topic. What I said was, on this video, I was going to tell y'all something. I'm going to use this matte color right here as my transition color. So what I said was, on this video, that I was going to have an interactive piece. Now, we know that interactive in this space means that I tell y'all something, y'all leave the comment, I come back and look for it. See how pigmented that is? I'm going to try to lighten this, but I love it. When you use a brush that correlates with your eye also, it places better. So when I was watching videos at first, I would see them use a big blending brush or something like that. The big blending brush legit covers my eye because that's not the way my eyes are made. And so I have to keep, through trial and error, using different brushes and stuff like that to figure out which ones work for me and how they work for me. So you should do the same thing. But I am using the medium one because I have small eyes, and this one still allows me to place it and get what I'm trying to get out of placing it. So the interactive piece is in the comment section below, young or old. I want you to tell me something that you like to do. I mean, like. If it's something that you could just do every single day, honey, that's what you're gonna do. So I want you to do that. And the reason why is because whatever you like to do, I can tell you what the career is that correlates with it. I could tell you a bunch of things that correlate with it. So I'll give you some entrepreneur things, and I'll give you some big bucks corporate things. So I'll give you 3. I'll give everybody 3. Whoever responds, I'll give you 3. So now I'm going to blend it. I've placed it. I'll give everybody 3 things that they could do with what they like to do to make money. So that is the exercise we'll do. But let me just say that if you're in high school and there is a ROP program, okay? If there is a ROP, if you don't know what that is, look it up. If there's a ROP program in your area, this is not something that's done by the school. It is something that is done by the district. And there is something that you are even slightly interested in, then I suggest that you take it. But why? I don't want to do nothing else. I'll tell you why. This is why. So, remember, or if you're joining this time, you wouldn't know. If you're joining this time, welcome. Okay, I went to cosmetology school in high school because I thought I wanted to be a hairdresser. And I found out that that it is possible to become licensed in high school. So guess what that meant? Or be prepared to take the test, because you can't get licensed until you're 18. I think you can start the program when you're 16 for cosmetology. And it's well, when I went, it was 1,600 hours. I don't think that has changed. So by the time you are done, because you will be part-time, by the time you're done, you'll be 18. You'll be 18. But guess what that means? Look up how much it is to take cosmetology, even at your local community college. Why would you want to pay for it if you could take it in high school and then it will be free? Doesn't that make more sense? Of course it does. Why does it make more sense? Because did you know that when you take ROP classes, you are also earning credits? Did you know that? I didn't know that. So I was able to graduate a whole year earlier than I actually did because I didn't know. And by the time they told me, I didn't want to do it. You earn credits. So if anything happens and you are short some credits or whatever, ooh, your bank is set. Credit bank. Remember, we're talking about finance. Everything has to do with credit or finance. So your finances for credits to graduate are set. And guess what else? Now you're learning a new trade, and so that will always, I blended the snap out of that. Listen, I think I'm gonna start separating my videos where I base my eyes, and then the next one I do that. I love learning and growing. I'm super excited. Okay, so you will be able to graduate early if you want. If you don't want to graduate early, so my other option was, and a lot of people had this option, because of summer school. I don't think y'all can go to summer school no more though, unless you're failing. I don't agree with that. But in relation to what they're doing to teachers, cutting their hours and whatnot, I could see why. Because those classes have to be taught by teachers, and if they're reducing their hours, obviously they wouldn't be teaching summer school if it's not a need. But when you go into ROP and you do all of those things, then guess what? So each section in cosmetology, I'm just using it as an example, because remember, the exercise is whatever you tell me, I'll be able to tell you how to do it. I'm sharing mine. So I already knew how to do hair because I started braiding when I was about 14. I started braiding because at that point, again, my mom's a single mom. I'm fight or flight. I'm always gonna fight. So I like to have my hair done, and I wanted to reduce costs that my mom spent on me in one area so she can put it in another area, right? So to me, I knew what my bank was. If I learned how to do my hair and she could buy my hair, I think braids, packs of the braid was $2 back then. So I could get 4 of those and braid my whole head, as opposed to her having to pay somebody to. Then now I could take that money and use it for something else. Genius! I'm of course gonna learn. So that's what I did. And a lot of us knew how to do hair in high school. We were a pretty dope year. We were pretty dopey. I'm proud of us, all of us. So I learned how to do hair already. And so what I would do was, every time I learned something, then I would add that to something that I would market, right? So you learn how to do trims. I didn't know about trims before. I didn't even know about them to that point. I guess I wasn't paying attention because my aunt had a whole beauty salon, the biggest one in Centown, in her house. I was a kid. So I learned how to trim, right? So now I could tell somebody, oh, when I braid your hair, I could trim it for $5 extra. And so that allowed me to make more money. Oh, I know how to do pedicures now. So as soon as you get your hair done, I could do your pedicure and you don't need to go to the shop and wait anymore. Or instead of going to the shop where they charge you $10, come to me and I'll charge you $8. And I have all these nail polishes and all these things that I was able to do because I could do designs, and I would throw it in. Why did I throw it in? Because everything is not attached to money. It's not. The benefit to me is that I was able to practice it on that person. So while I was practicing, if it wasn't something I could just do like that, yet I charged as if I was practicing. So sometimes I wouldn't charge anything at all. It helped me to get to where I needed to go. But I was able to add that pedicure into what I could do now. So I could market myself in that area and so on. So when you go for cosmetology, you learn everything from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. So you learn all the different things with hair. You learn eyebrows, waxing. And yes, I did like this, ladies. Keep it real. I ain't got no time for that. Keep it real. I learned waxing. I learned pedicures, all that kind of stuff, and about different skin diseases. Like, you learn everything. Cosmetology has chemistry in it. I never would have known that. So those are the things that I learned, and I could begin to add them to what I was doing. So now guess what? I didn't have to work an after school job. I was able to do 2 or 3 heads on the weekend, and or after school, and I was able to work maybe 3 days a week and make the same money that somebody was making going to school or going to work every single day. Only my money looked like theirs did before taxes, because I was an entrepreneur as a little person. So you're not making enough money where you need to claim it and do all of those things, and you're practicing. So that's something that I did, and it worked for me because I was able to learn the importance of money, earning money. I was working towards getting my license. So when I graduated, I was able to take the state license testing. I think that's what it's called. Go and take the state license to become a formal cosmetologist. So all of that was set up, and guess how much it cost me? Nothing. That means that I didn't choose that path, obviously, but that means that I would have been able to go directly into working in a shop, having my own shop, working from home, doing all of those things. And we know color is expensive. If I would have just mastered in coloring, that's a lot of money. Weaves, that's a lot of money. I would have been set. I mean, if that's what I wanted to do. It's not. So that is an area where I utilize the resources that were available to me in school to do it before I got to college, where college years, where it takes a lot more time out of your day, and it's because it's 8 hours. It's far away. And if you do it when you are in high school, it's kind of broken up because you go after school. I would go from 5 to 10 at night, and then some Saturdays, as I wanted to get more hours and get more practice, I would do things like that. So learn about what ROP programs are in your area where you could earn extra credits, learn a trade that could even be your backup, even if it's not something that you want to do. And they do have other things now. It's not just full programs. I need something to drink. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm back. So it's so many things that you can learn now. So my nephew just showed me his book, and it includes did I just put my hand on my hip like I wasn't doing my makeup? Did I blend so well that I think I'm somebody else right now? No, because I still got a full line right here. Okay, so I did the transition color. Y'all, I'm really proud of myself. I did the transition color, and now I'm ready to go. So my nephew just showed me his book, and it looks like a community college book. I mean, oh my goodness. It has firefighting in it. It has computer classes in it, like to get certifications in different computer programs, Photoshop, photography, like dental assisting. And the dental assistant one is one that if you take it for 2 semesters and do all of the time, you can go get your license in that too. And that's a great fallback to have. Dental assistant, y'all. Dental assistant as a ROP, and the credits are out of this world. But if that's what somebody wanted to do, let me get another brush. If that's what somebody wanted to do to as their career, they could do it and be done out of high school. Have y'all seen that in the news? I've been seeing a lot lately. So I use this color. I think I'm going to use, it's called Shooting Star. I think I'm going to use Shooting Star. That's not Shooting Star, Asia. I think I'm going to use this one. And then on my lid, I'm going to do a pop color. Because I think that's going to be my approach for my color. So we know that where I work, the profession I work in, I can't be doing things like that in my regular day-to-day. But if I could figure out a way to keep my base good, neutral, my highlight neutral, and then just do like my lid with the pop of color, I think that would work. So I'm going to try that. Here's the part. Gotta have a light hand. Okay, guys? This is just a little bit of a highlight. So I just dusted that on. This has another color on it. Ugh. I must have dipped this brush in a color and then stuck it back in there. Oh, well now, girlfriend, better figure it out. Okay, so you could actually graduate and go straight into your field of choice. So how dope would that in real life, right? How dope would that be to walk directly out of high school into a career? That would be dope. So use that avenue first. Check now, especially if you're a senior, because for first semester it's already done. For second semester, it's not. And so anything that you could do. Dude, this color just look different to me. Y'all, I think this. Y'all, okay. So the color is Shooting Star, right? Now there's a goldish more color next to it. And so I keep thinking I'm dipping in that other color, because when I look right here, it looks more gold, right? Right in here. When I look right here, it looks more red. I think that, no, I know I'm only dipping in that color depending on how I turn my head. It's like a mood ring. And the way I saw this, because as I'm doing like this, I'm seeing the gold move. Oh, that's dope. I definitely like that. Oh, it's dope. Ooh, my sister gonna love this. I have to show her. My sister's birthday was yesterday, but you guys don't even know what yesterday is. This is being recorded in September, so she will know what yesterday is. I have to show her this. Okay, so when you, even if, y'all, that just completely threw me off. Okay, so even if it is not something that you plan on doing forever, or if it's, y'all, you got to dust this one on like a highlighter in real life. So even if it's something that, like, let's just say you go to school for dental assistant and you're like, I actually want to be a dentist. Then don't you think you would want to go for dental assistant? So you could be working as a dental assistant while you're in dental school, making a lot of money instead of a little money, and you will already have experience, and you will already have dabbled into that career. Yeah. So that's what you should do. Even if it's just something that interests you, like the hair thing, I thought is what I wanted to do, but it still interests me. I love being able to do my own hair if I need to, or when I need to, or even touch it up or whatever. So I love all of that. My nose is cutting up. So it wasn't a waste for me. It was a great thing, and the credits happened to be a plus at the end at the end of that journey, but I didn't know about that when I went first. You have to start learning how to use your resources. So if you want to have a lot of money, and that's what I know is really important to youth, and so that's why I'm just going straight to it. If you want to have a lot of money, whatever your definition is of a lot of money, if you want to have a lot of money, number one, you need to learn how to keep your money. So if you're out there just spending it on silly things or making silly decisions that you don't do an early bird or get something when it first comes out and it's on sale, and you wait 3 weeks later to make a decision when the price goes up, that's a loss. To me, that's a loss in money. If I have to buy that same thing, I'm going to tell myself that that's a loss, because I know that I could have gotten it if I would have just did what I was supposed to do over here. Getting tickets as an adult is a loss. Why are you getting tickets? That's like throwing your money out the window. I still trim my hair and things like that at home. I feel like it's a waste of money to go to the shop and get my hair trimmed when I know my tail could do it at home. So, and I do my relaxer around my edges at home. Why? I'm not paying shop prices. Now, my beautician, I love her. I don't pay beauty shop prices for things like that because we just do edges. So for things like that, you know, when you build your relationships and stuff, they'll start doing things or you'll be locked in at prices. That is another way to save money. Stick with a person. If you stick with the person, as rates go up, your rate might not jump like everybody else's rate because you have been loyal to them, so they will remain loyal to you. If you build business relationships, remember we talked about the bartering system. I make sure I sew down both of our weaves. Now you turn around and make sure you cut and style both of our weaves. That's saving money because that's something that you could always do. It will never go away. Hey, homie, let me show you how I could cut my hair, but I can't line it up. Oh, I know how to line it up. Y'all work with each other. Everything that saves you money is not, or helps you in the area of finance, doesn't come with a physical dollar that's in your hand. So those are things that you can do. Most people that have a lot of money don't spend money like that. Drive in a neighborhood around you that is, it's two different kind of neighborhoods. It's one where kids worry about what they're wearing, and it's one where kids are worried about what they're doing. Drive to those neighborhoods. You will not see them dressed the same. You won't, because they have a plan. They have a different desire for their future. Y'all, should I try to use this green? I'm about to try to use this green since we're talking about money. So those type of things contribute to finance. Parents teaching your kids about finance instead of complaining about them being ungrateful. If they're ungrateful because you're not making them be grateful. Right? If I could go into work late every single day, still get a paycheck, if I can go in for 4 hours because I'm late every single day, and still do y'all, I don't need to cut my crease because remember I put the base down and I never put anything on top of it. So I already did my base. If I can go into work for 4 hours and get paid for 8 because I just simply, just don't care. I'm just going to roll in when I feel like it as an adult. Do you think that you as an adult would aspire to go in on time, or are you going to be like, oh, I figured out that it don't even matter if I go in at this time or go in at that time, if you don't care, if you're not responsible. So you're going to keep going in for 4 hours knowing you will be paid for 8. So it's the same thing with your kids, guys. Your boss wouldn't let you do it. You're their boss. So you shouldn't let them do it. A kid can only be ungrateful if you're letting them. If you give them too much and you notice that they're getting out of hand, I need to know, why are you still giving it to them? Right? You're the boss. You're doing it. So take it away. Take it away. Oh, you don't understand. You don't have kids. You're right. I don't have kids. I have a whole niece and nephew that I gave up my life for. And I don't mean gave up like that. I mean gave up just like you parents feel like you gave up, surrendered, volunteered. It is a pure choice that I made because I love them that much and I wanted them to have something different. But do you think that I haven't had to pull ranks? Yeah, right. I just went through it. And funny thing is, my mom and my sister didn't think I would be able to do it, because I love to give them things, and I love to make sure that they have everything that that I worked for. But until I started talking about it, I really forgot that I did those things because I wanted to. My mom didn't tell me to do those things. I did them because I had an entrepreneur mindset since I was young. I did it because those things made sense. But these kids don't see a need. You want to know why they don't see a need? Because they don't feel a need. They don't feel a need to figure anything out. That's quite frankly, that's the problem. I needed to figure out some things. I'm sure when you did things, you needed to figure out some things. They don't need to figure nothing out. You give it to them. There's a fine line between giving and showing them how to get it. Right? And if you see that your kids are becoming ungrateful or expecting things, and you really think that they're being ungrateful, then I really think that you need to parent. Get them. That goes for aunts and uncles too, because we are a part of their village. So if mom and dad is telling them no and they're coming to us and we're telling them yes, is that helping that kid? Absolutely not. Back in the day, if you was on punishment at one house, you was on punishment at every house your feet touched. Every one of them. Okay? So, like I said, if they're doing things and they're ungrateful and they shouldn't, fix it. How do they learn the value of $1? If you're not even showing them. If you're not even talking to them. Talk to them. I bet you a lot of people forgot about RLP. I bet you a lot of people that's listening to this really forgot about RLP. Because you don't need anything anymore. It's going to be given to you. When that is not the truth of the matter. Okay, Bob? Okay, kids? Okay. So, let me put my finishing touches on this. So learn about, so let's recap. Let me check the time. Yeah, let's recap. And if I skipped anything, y'all, I do go back and listen to, if I do skip anything, I'll go back if I listen to it, and I'll leave it in the notes. Y'all should see right here, I am like glowing red. I'm not doing well right now. What was I about to do? So I did the green, and I like it. So now on the outer corner, I do need to blend that other color in. I think I'm just going to do, yep. Okay, so let's recap. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, let's recap. So the recap is, kids, you are supposed to put in the comments what you like to do, and then I am going to share with you, and I'm just doing an outer V, how to turn that into a career that you can start now, and one, it'll be 3, but one will definitely be something you can start right now. And then everybody, except for the kids that are in sports, real tough, because you probably won't have the time. Everybody, check in your area and tell me if there's a ROP program in your area. leave it in the comments for me. So that way I will be able to have that information on hand for people that join the program and would like to know if those options are out there. And if it's something that you can start looking into, go ahead and look into it so that you can have something under your belt when you get out of school. And remember, it gives you extra credits. What's the other one? Instead of working a regular job, if that's not something that will benefit what you're doing or want to do as a part of your career, then look into working for a small business so that they will be able to help you learn about the field that you desire to enter into, and you won't be entering into it entry level. Parents can add your kids to their credit if they have good credit, and it will begin to build their child's credit. When your kid gets a job, you can start making them pay on their bills to teach them responsibility and what a budget looks like and how to budget their money. If they're too young to get a job, you can turn their chores into a job where they make the money to get the things that you would have already bought for them, and they get to practice with a budget, and you showing them what that looks like. You can give them their school clothes money and let them budget out how they want to spend the money. Now, mom and dad, that's going to require you to let go a little bit, because let me tell you, I know somebody who did that, and their kid bought a pair of shoes that didn't match anything, and the person tried to reason with their kid and walk them through what that process looked like, and they still wanted those shoes that was going to take up a lot of their money, and they wouldn't have had money to buy money left over to buy shirts to go with those those shoes, and they still bought them. And so the parent let them, and so they had those shoes that didn't match anything, and that's how they started school. But she let him work and earn more money around the house, so he had to build up his clothes and stuff to match those shoes, because that's what he wanted to buy. And she made him stick to what he bought. She made him stick to what he bought so he could learn a lesson in that. And she just had to laugh at it. Okay, that's one thing you could do. So there's quite a few things that you can do. And make sure you interact in the comments. That way you can see the different suggestions that I would have from my HR experience and through the research that I've done on things that your kids can do to make money. And these things really should come from the kid directly, because they should be the one wanting to know how they can make the money. The same way that my mom didn't make those calls for me to see how I could do somebody's hair, do their pedicure, iron their clothes. I had all kind of stuff going on, y'all. But my mom didn't make those calls for me. I literally did it myself because I needed to be responsible for it myself. Right? So, hold on. There's a lot of, it's a lot of responsibility as it has to do with finances. Listen, let me tell you. So I've already talked about things you don't do to just blow your money, things you do to save your money, how you prevent spending your money by doing like the barter system thing, which, by the way, even when you have money, that never goes away. Look at celebrities. Do you think they pay for those clothes or those purses? I don't think so. They do not pay for that. So what happens is that so let's just say, well, no, let me not mention his name because he don't do it. Let's just say don't really like mentioning brand names, y'all. I don't dearly deal with brand names because I just don't. I like supporting the everyday person. Now, don't get me wrong. We got to support everybody because a brand name got where they are because somebody, you know, supported them on their way up. And I definitely want the support on my way up. What I mean by that is the prices that they make when they get up to that level is solely based on the brand name because that material didn't cost that much money. The way that they're paying their employees is generally not that much. That's why I don't like saying a particular brand, because then I don't want to show favoritism or anything like that. Or a brand reaching out to me. Listen, child, if they want me to wear it and I could squeeze in it, I'm going to wear it. Okay. So, reason why I do that, you guys, you already know. I put on my mascara. I blink my eyes and it's already on my lid. Which, by the way, it is a little bit this time, but it's because I didn't catch it fast enough. Anywho, okay, so the example that I was given is if somebody is going to be on the red carpet, that none of those people pay for that red carpet stuff. They actually have designers reaching out to them, wanting them to wear their stuff. There has been a couple times where somebody new on the scene comes or something like that, and they want to wear, and that's how my eyes ended up. Hopefully right here is where my sister will be zooming in, but not so bad that you can see my glow in the dark nose. Okay? Thank you. Those celebrities will have somebody reach out to them, you know, wanting them to wear their clothes. It's a very rare case that the celebrity is reaching out to them, unless it's something that they really wanted to wear. Nonetheless, they're not paying for it. They're not paying for it. The designer sends over a rack full of clothes. It's exactly like it looks on the Kardashians and all those other shows you watch. A whole bunch of clothes come to them. They wear it. And guess what? They just got their merchandise in a premium location to where, you know, X amount of people is going to see it. That's going to make X amount of people want to buy it because that person had it on because they're a brand too. And it was at a particular event, which is another brand and another amazing thing. So then that designer essentially got a lot out of letting that person, or asking that person, whichever way you want to look at it, wear that brand. And the celebrity didn't spend a dime. So bartering works throughout forever. So don't ever think that you're too good to barter or look out for somebody else. Like, oh, they're too small. Okay. You not wanting to work with somebody because they too small is going to get you passed by. Because that person is too small. Those are the people actually buying it. Those are the people that you actually are going to need. I work with people on a couple of different levels. I even work with a couple millionaires. I'm not a millionaire. But they are nice enough to share their knowledge with me and help me with different things that I need. And so I think that's really dope because they don't have to. But never stop looking at things like that as a way to increase finance, communication, build relationships, all that good kind of stuff. So never turn yourself off from that system. And I just gave you that system as an example because we know in real life how it actually works. Okay? Okay. So I have cleaned all of my brushes. Y'all, this nose is no joke. I feel like little ants on my nose like this. So, don't forget, I use the Raw Sauce palette. If you want to join the program, the application is out there on the website so that you are able to join. We do have virtual options. If you want to join virtually, you will still get essentially the same things as everyone else. So go ahead and join. I can see that my biggest supporting group is from Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Rancho Cucamonga. So I'm extremely impressed and I'm excited about that because those are some really big really big cities with very diverse groups, and so that's really dope to me. So thank you to everybody that supports Queen TT Loves and supports Divine Purpose. Follow us on our Instagram page for Divine Purpose. I am the CEO and founder of Divine Purpose. We are having our first gala on next week, and I don't have a thing to wear, but I am extremely excited. The proceeds from that will go into our program. If you would like to donate, you can visit our website as well at divinepurpose.com. All of our information is on our Instagram and Facebook as well, but the webpage itself is very, very robust. So it has all of the information on the different things that we do within the program. We share some information from last year with the person that won. Everything that we do for the adult prom that we haven't told anybody about will be uploaded to the website, and we'll be able to share that with you all. So we're really excited about this year. And so if you want to join, if you want to be a volunteer, if you want to be a sponsor, all the things that other companies do, we do them now. And so we're extremely excited to be in that space. Thank you so much for those of you that tune in. I really enjoy doing this piece because I'm developing myself and learning how to use crayon case makeup. And so hopefully my littles are learning with me. And by littles, I mean anybody under the age of me or anybody older. Join if you like. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm out of here. Have a good day. Peace out.